Tony. We're here.
Hey,
We're
Don.
live. We are moving and grooving. Oh, let me turn the music down a little bit. Jesus Christ. Rihanna going crazy. All right.
We're back.
How you doing today? We're live. We're moving. We're cruising.
You know, today or yesterday wasn't the bounce back day that I needed, but it's okay because we have ample opportunities today. That's the beauty of baseball.
Listen, if
you can
I'm
erase the
not-
past,
I'm
move on.
mistaken, your prayers got answered in the fact that you didn't have. I think you literally went 3-4 for the first time. That's like.
No, you talk about it, it's gonna fucking happen. Like you just speak it into existence. I would have much rather had like a 7-0 day, but I guess one time a 3-4 is all right.
Yeah. At least it's only 1 unit, not 7 units.
That's true. It's better than 0-7.
Yeah, we will live with that. But we do have some games on today, including a few early games in the 1 o'clock slate. White Sox, Twins, Mariners, Red Sox, Rockies, Royals are all in the before 2 p.m. slate. We have a little 3 and 5 action a little later on, but not as big of a volume slate today. But I think there are some pretty good games we can definitely take advantage of. Yeah, let's waste no more time. Chicago White Sox and Minnesota Twins is going to be our first game we go over today. White Sox plus 190, Twins minus 200. Over under is 7.5 and 8. Everyone's with the Twins. Spreads with the Twins. Totals on the under. Paddock and Shane Smith are on the mounds. What do you got for today?
Yeah, so I wrote down both Chris Paddock and Shane Smith under strikeouts. Don't have an actual play on it yet, but just looking at some prices here. They're both kind of expensive. I think that's what's kind of kept me off of it. Paddock under 5.5 is like minus 140, and then Shane Smith under 4.5 is like minus 145. So I like the numbers, both of the pitchers to go under, but I don't think I'm necessarily going to get to them today. You know, Paddock is a guy that neither of these dudes are much of strikeout guys. I mean, I kind of like what Shane Smith offers a little bit. Except he gets a lot of swing and miss inside of the zone, but he doesn't really have like that put away pitch. I feel like he can really rack up Ks with. So, like him to go under there. Paddock got fucking shelled the last time against the White Sox. So, yeah, no trust in Chris Paddock, but,
Speaking with Chris Paddock, I was going to take over his hits allowed. I took it last night. It was minus 110. Now it's minus 130. So if you took it now, it's a little bit more juice. But nonetheless, I still like it there. Obviously, again, like you said, he got absolutely sloshed versus the White Sox. But Chris Paddock has been kind of getting shelled. Obviously, he owns a 1.56 whip. So obviously, he's allowing a lot of runners on base. White Sox owners, again, I always feed into the narratives. I'm a narrative guy. I try to avoid the sweep. So we'll see how they do there. But again, he's gone over this in 2 of his last 4 starts, including, again, the 6 hits. Versus the White Sox first time. I don't really trust him on the mound. I'm going to lean the over there.
yeah, I like it.
All right, Stain. The Chris Paddock under 5.5 Ks is the top play for that game.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Top play.
I mean, it's a high number for him. Like, I could pull it up on props right now, but like, I'd be surprised if he's surpassed that this year. He actually got 6 in his last start against Atlanta, but 5 against Detroit, 2 against Houston, 2 against the White Sox last time out. And yeah, I don't know why. There's no trust in Chris Paddock. You know,
No.
there's no good in it.
That's fair enough. We then have JT Ginn over 4.5 Ks. Minus 135 on. Oh, sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm reading my play out loud instead of saying the Mariners and Red Sox. Okay, well, do you know my next play? Mariners and Red Sox plus 163. Shambles. Over 7.5. Money line is with Boston. Spread is with Seattle. Wow, spreads with Seattle. Money lines with Boston. 88% on Boston. Totals on the under. Crochet and Brian Wu, the most played play by far is Crochet under Ks today. Interesting.
Really, Crochet under
7.5 Ks is the favorite.
Crochet is just not a guy I thought that
I
people
would
would be
actively
want to take the
fading.
under on,
Yeah, no, I know.
especially against the Mariners. Like,
Yeah,
home or road, Mariners still strike out a lot, so
yeah.
kind of surprising there.
What do you got for
I
the
thought
game?
you were going. I thought you were going to say the most played was Brian Wu over strikeouts, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't have an actual play on it, but line's at 5.5. Looks like you can get it at plus 108. So a little plus money there. Looking at some of Wu's past games here. Um, Looks like he's gone over this line in 2 of his 4 starts. Once against San Francisco, once against Texas. But Wu's a dude who just throws a ton of strikes. Doesn't really walk anybody. Peppers the strike zone. A lot of inside, high and tight fastballs. Mix a sinker in there. I think part of the reason I liked it was just because of how much the fucking Red Sox struck out against Emerson Hancock last night, which was a fucking disaster, having his under 3.5 Ks. Dude had 4 in the first 2 innings, and that's on me. Emerson Hancock, not really a known commodity, so hand up to the big man on me. But if like Emerson Hancock's getting 7 strikeouts in however many innings of work he got, like I feel like Wu could do some damage here against the Red Sox too.
All right, yeah, fair enough. It's actually funny the way you said it. Brian Wu has 294 picks on his under and 152 picks on his over. So it's favored by over.
There are more people on the under.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But
Yeah, I mean, it's a line that he only went over 41% of his games last year, and I feel like on the road is probably even worse. Yeah, road starts only 33% of the time, so definitely benefits from playing in Seattle. But I kind of just feel like the dude throws a bunch of strikes, and so far like he's been having some pretty good whiff on him, if I'm not mistaken. Whiff percentage is up at that's only 23.7%. So maybe that was just the fastball I was looking at. But yeah, Wu strikeouts is definitely something that's kind of interesting. I don't think it's like a ton of value at plus 108, but could definitely see him getting there.
all right. Yeah, no, I definitely like that spot. Now to the next game, we have the Rockies and the Royals. Rockies are plus 233. Plus 2 in this game. Over under is 8.5. Colorado. Dogs in a crazy way. Kansas City over 90%. Spread is with Kansas City. Total is on the over. Reagans is on the mound with Marquez. What do you have for this game? I have a play.
Yeah, I took Royals minus 1.5 at minus 110. So I took them to cover the run line. I didn't even actually look that hard into this game. I just saw Marquez versus Reagans, and it was like, yep, minus 110, reasonable price. I'll take the Royals. And yeah, I took that this morning at whatever time I woke up, and then I kind of circled back around right before we started recording, see if there were like any other plays, and I was like, dude, Reagans could end up with like 10 strikeouts this game. And then I go look at his line, and it's like minus money for him to get 9 strikeouts.
Minus 150.
It's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm fighting the fuck out of that bait, and I took my big plus money play of the day. Was going to be Cole Reagans to get 10. Obviously, he's hit that in 3 games. I have plus 142 on FanDuel. I also wanted to ladder it to 11 and 12. You can get 12 for 5 hundo Bs. Obviously, he's had 10, 11, and 10 in 3 of his past 4 starts. Now he faces, obviously, a very, very favorable matchup in Colorado. They strike out the most, the left-handed pitchers this season. He's obviously shown an elite strikeout upside. 5 of his 9 projected hitters have struck out 38% of the time. So it's like, it's a nutty matchup. He's playing fucking out of his mind. I also made a fun parlay that if we want to add in, we can.
Okay.
It's, again, absolutely out of left field, but it's plus 1469. Cole Reagans to get 11 Ks and Garrett Crochet to get 10 Ks. So it was an absolute moneyball long shot, but I honestly don't hate it.
Interesting.
Both
Crochet to get 10 against Seattle.
Yeah, and then Reagans.
I definitely. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Seattle strikes out a shit ton, so like just surface level feels real good. Um, Looking at some of the Cole Reagan's like advanced stats, like insane amount of whiff, 96th percentile in contact percentage. So dudes are struggling to touch him. Swings that are inside the zone for Cole Reagan's still at 95th percentile in terms of contact against. So, like, actually insane stuff from Cole Reagan's here.
Oh, yeah, no.
And it's the Rockies. Like, the Rockies are maybe the loaded team out there.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him going for a dozen. Baker's dozen. Fuck it.
Let's fucking see. But yeah, that's like the fun stuff I had for this game. Anyway, you can keep moving.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I was real quick because I took it yesterday and then the game got postponed. Marquez over 2.5 strikeouts. Sorry, 2.5 earned runs. That one feels pretty good. His advanced metrics are fucking terrible this year.
Are you taking it again?
Let me pull them up.
Minus 135.
I think so. I still feel pretty good about it, honestly. Like it. I mean, xERA 25th percentile, XBA 22nd percentile. He's a sinker ball pitcher that doesn't have that great of a sinker ball, so I kind of feel like the Royals should be able to get 3 against him.
Yeah.
I think last time I checked, it was like minus 120 or something, which don't love, but I think at the end of the day, I'm still gonna take it. I don't know. Best play is probably just Royals minus 1.5. Like they're probably gonna kick the shit out of the Rockies today.
Yeah, no, 100%. Anyway, yeah, no, I agree. I think Royals win by a lot today. So, we'll head on to the next one. It's gonna be Brewers and Giants. Your beloved 345 first pitch. We're gonna have money line on the Giants. Spread is on the Giants. Totals on the under. Raup and Myers are on the mound. Or Roop. The most popular pick is San Francisco money line. Minus 130.
Nice.
Where you at?
Yeah, I took the Giants money line in the first 5. Got it at even odds.
You got it even.
I was trying to find a way to back. Yeah, for the first 5. Or sorry, it's not their money line. It's their run line. It's minus half a run.
Yeah, I was going to say minus 140. You got hella value.
Yeah, no, sorry. Run line in the first 5. I was trying to find a way to back Landon Roop in this one. And I think honestly, like any direction you go, I don't feel terrible about whether you want to take Roop over what's his line at? A 5.5? No. Sorry. Where's Landon Roop? Am I tripping? No, it is 5.5. Yeah. So over 5.5 strikeouts for even money. Don't hate that one. His outs line is at 16.5. Don't hate that one either. I mean, Roop's just a guy who's kind of been performing well, but a lot of his underlying metrics are even better than what he's performing. Like his curveball is something of nasty nightmares, dude. And his xERA 77th percentile, XBA 76th percentile, gets a ton of whiffs, striking out a lot of batters, limiting hard contact, gets a decent amount of grounders. I don't know how sticky or sustainable Landon Roop actually is, but for the time being, like, I feel like the dude is pitching really well. Yeah. So I kind of just wanted to back him in the Giants. And Tobias Myers, I think, is an average to slightly below average pitcher. Like, I think he's like well-rounded, does a decent job at like limiting walks, but outside of that, like, doesn't offer a whole lot. And plus, he's coming back from injury, first start of the year. Like, he could get pushed around by the Giants' offense, who's pretty hot. So I like the Giants' chances today for sure.
Yeah, no, I think they have a really good matchup today. It's funny because you say you want to back Landon, and so far his ladder is the most popular thing. Over 5.5 strikeouts and over 7.5 strikeouts are the 2 most popular plays.
Yeah, I was going back and forth like all morning. It's like, do I want to take strikeouts or outs? Because I feel like his outline is pretty short too. Obviously, like more of a strikeout pitcher than he is an outs guy just because like he takes up so many pitches per at bat. Like I think I was looking at it this morning. His number of outs he gets in counts that are like 0-1, 1-0, or 1-1, like early counts, is like 9th percentile. Like the dude doesn't really get a ton of quick outs, but he is good at getting outs, right? Like he doesn't allow a ton of base runners. 136 whip, you know, whatever, kind of high, but like I said, XBA is good, doesn't walk dudes. So I could definitely see a ladder in this position. I think specifically against the Brewers, you have some guys who are going to be like toast to that curveball, and then you think you have other guys who do a good job at avoiding strikeouts, probably won't be as bad of a matchup. I feel like the Brewers in general aren't a team that strike out a bunch against righties.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the actual number on it is, but I guess that was my concern with both, is that like Brewers might be pretty good at limiting strikeouts. Group might also just take too many pitches to get to like 6 innings or 5 2/3. So it's like, fuck it, Giants in 5.
Yeah, no.
Giants in 5.
Giants in 5. I'm down.
Giants in 5.
I get clipped. We're clipping that. You're the new club Shay. Someone has to sub in for him. All right.
Someone's got to take over.
Someone's got to take over. Looks like it's gonna be Tony. He's gonna be getting in there.
Dude, Jamal would be there in an instant.
Oh, I know. He'd be in this suit and everything. Lakers in 5. Anyway, the Rockies and Royals Part 2. That's the next one, but we're gonna skip.
We do.
It's next game. Then we have Orioles.
I will say, over 8.5 in that game feels good. Lorenzen and Dolander, like, I like what Dolander can offer long term, but like right now, obviously, you know, rookie year, kind of struggling.
Yeah.
So
Is it
you know,
Dolander
he's
or
been hit hard
Doolander?
around. I'm pretty sure it's Dolander.
Okay. I hear people on,
But-
because he's like MLB, he's like an MLB card, and everyone says Doolander, and I don't know.
Oh, really?
I mean, again, it's just the
I thought I
community
heard
that
it's
says
Dolander.
that, so I don't know. We've been wrong a lot.
Yeah.
So if it's Dolan, I would not put it past anyone, especially my dumbass. Anyway, yeah, that's a good spot. 8.5 feels good. Orlando. Orioles and Nationals over 8.5 is the total. Orioles plus 104, Nationals minus 108. Washington is the favorite on the money line. Spread is with Washington. Totals on the over. Mackenzie Gore back on the mound with Povich. Where you at with this one, Stain?
Yeah. So I was looking at Gore strikeouts before we got on here. A dude with another crazy high line. I believe it's at 7.5, and the over is only plus 105. Plus 105 for 8 fucking strikeouts. It's a tall ask, but I mean, you know, he also has games of 13 strikeouts against Philly, 13 against Colorado. Dude has a ton of swing and miss in his profile. So I think between like the fastball and curveball, like I do think he can have a really good game against the Orioles. Orioles offense is kind of up and down. It's hard to tell exactly. I feel like they're just underperforming right now, which is, you know, fine. They'll figure it out. But as of today, dude, I kind of like Gore to get 8 strikeouts.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting spot. I don't know how much I like I'm so stuck on the value prop of it that it makes it hard for me. But I could be sold. I could be sold
Against lefties. There's some dudes. Again, we'll have to like probably wait till they finalize the lineup because they did this last time. I forget what left-hander we bet on with the Orioles, but they ended up taking like all the righties out of the lineup.
What? Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but they started like Jackson Holiday and Heston Kjerstad, who are both lefties, against the lefty we bet on. I forget who we bet on though. Anyways, doesn't matter. As of right now, they project to be like pretty much all righties. Anyways, against the lefties, I was gonna say like O'Neill, Henderson, Laureano, Sanchez, Mateo, all have huge strikeout numbers against lefties. So could be a sneaky good matchup for Gore in this one. But again, super high line.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'll probably take Gore just because of obviously the profile and everything. So, all right, no,
Wouldn't be. I wouldn't be against taking. I haven't looked at the price for it, but like or Nats in the first 5, probably terrible price. But
That's first 5 money
Cade
lines,
Povich is
-127, -130.
okay. We can take them to cover half a run for plus 105.
Oh, that's slight.
I don't hate that.
Plus
Cade
105.
Povich, right? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, the dub.
Yeah. Okay. Cade Povich, like, is a dude who, I mean, his surface numbers don't look good. Under the hood doesn't look much better at all. Like, xERA 7th percentile, XBA 5th percentile. Had a better showing last year in about 80 innings pitched, but don't have a lot of confidence in Povich. So
Just put Tony on the mound at that point, you know? Just let you sling the rock. If we have 5th percentile, you can get that.
I can get to 5.
Yeah, you get to 5. I mean, we can get there for sure.
We're talking about xERA percentile, Tony
Yeah,
and 5.
Yeah, Tony and 5. For sure.
I got you.
Yeah, but plus 105, I feel like that. I'm going to take that right now. Hold on. That feels like a really good spot.
I might end up on both the
I was looking
strikeouts
at
and the.
fading Povich last night. I was looking at his under Ks, but now it's juiced as fuck. So don't want to do that, but I like the Washington first 5. All right, I'll hit that right after this. Oh, we still need, yeah. All right, that works. Pirates and Angels. Pirates ended up winning last today, plus 130, -144 for the Angels, over 8.5, and the money lines with the Angels, spreads with the Angels, totals on the under by 53%, so it's right down the center. And Tyler Anderson, and I still cannot pronounce his name, is on the other side. Cameron.
Pretty sure it's
Carmen.
Cameron Majinski. It's weird, but I think I heard it Majinski.
Carmen
I thought it was
Majinski?
Majin. Like I don't know how you get to Jin, but it's
Where the fuck's
Majinski.
the G? Huh?
I don't know. I thought it was Madinsky, like you just drop the L, like the L silent. But when I heard it, it sounded like they were saying Majin, almost, or Mazinski, almost like the L, O, and D are all just fucking silent and not doing a damn thing in the last name.
Fuck this guy. I don't like him.
For real.
Let's fade him. I don't like his ass. Like, dude, that's bullshit.
You can't have one silent letter, whatever, you know, like not carrying your weight.
Who gave you the right?
The fuck you doing, bro? Drop
great.
those fucking bombs.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Mazinski's just saying in 5. All right.
Mazinski, strikeouts in 5. I do kind of like his strikeout line.
Rather 3.5, 4.5. Or is it 4.5? Yeah.
I think it's 4.5. But I mean, the Angels just have so much swing and miss on their team, dude. I heard some stat. I'm kind of paraphrasing, misquoting it, but like, out of all the starting pitchers who have had games of like 9 or more strikeouts, I want to say like 16% of them or something are coming against the Angels. Like the Angels just are a money opponent for strikeouts. And I was trying to find numbers to like hopefully be like, you know, Majinski not that bad at striking dudes out.
Yeah.
This year is not been good.
Majinski, I'd be in, but you know his name's really fucking me up here.
Yeah, it's not a great profile this year. I think in his defense, the one thing that, you know, is maybe a positive is that like last year he was much better, or he was average at like striking dudes out. I think he had like a 48th percentile strikeout percentage, and this year he's added a changeup, using a sweeper a lot more, which obviously hasn't yielded positive results so far. So yeah, I don't know how to interpret that. His swings outside the zone are down. His whiffs are down. The contact in pitches inside the zone is up. So maybe this is just what Majinski is. He's not very good, or you know, maybe the Angels fucking suck and Majinski has a little bit of magic from from last year. Magic's kind of a stretch, but you know, has some better formula.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It's also plus like what I think the
It's
last time I checked, it was like
6
plus.
and 4, so it's not like he's far off. Now he's
Yeah.
a great matchup. It's like his swing to strike ratio is 51 percentile, so it's not like horrific. But,
It's not the worst.
yeah, it's just not.
And also it is the Angel. And what's 4.5? The odds for 4.5, isn't it like plus 140? Or am I tripping?
It's I just looked at it. Oh, fuck. I think plus 135.
Plus 135.
Yeah.
You could definitely talk me into it.
Yeah, we
Just
can
saying.
dibble and dabble, but fuck his last name. Angels at 5. All right. Lakers about to win in 5.
No kids.
Like, that's crazy. Rays and Diamondbacks next at the 9:40 slot. What's up with these fucking games starting so like yesterday I went to check the games after my stream. My stream ended at like no joke like 12 and games were still being played. I'm like, this has got to stop. Like, why? Go to bed. Rays
I know. Insane.
plus 117, Diamondbacks minus 130, over under 8.5. Money lines on Arizona, spreads on Arizona, totals on the under. Drew Ross what the fuck? I fucked that up bad. And Corbin Burns. Arizona money line is the #1 play by far today, minus 130.
I find that surprising too, just because Corbin Burns has been pretty bad this year, and Drew Rasmussen has been fucking fallen. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about Corbin Burns long term at all, but I guess I just would have assumed there was more like recency bias and people just like hammering the Rays today. And I got to be honest, like Rays in the first 5 money line, just straight money line, it was plus 110. Like, I don't know how to think about it. You got Rasmussen, who's been balling, but now he's got the D-backs. And you have Corbin Burns, who's been sucking ass, but now he has the Rays. So,
I think
not really sure where to go with it.
More name value at this point. Like, people don't actually fucking look. They just see name value. Like, oh, it's Corbin Burns. Oh, but they don't know he's playing like.
That's fair though. With like Corbin Burns is a made man. Like, he's been a stud for 5 years now. So you can kind of do that with him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
So
he just has been
one thing
ass.
Yeah, it's not been great. He's been using his cutter more, which is like his primary pitch, and it just has not been yielding the results that he wants. Like, he's not throwing it for as many strikes. People aren't chasing it as much, and I don't know how you fix that, but you know, just the fact that he's been so good for so long, I'm assuming it's going to get fixed eventually somehow. One thing I thought was interesting was his walk line is at 1.5. He's been over in 3 of his 4 games this year. So, you know, is like I said, getting less dudes to chase outside the zone right now. Walking more batters, a lot more batters than he normally does. Corbin Burns is usually a stud. Walking only 6% of his batters this year. His walk rate is up at 9.8%.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Rays are an interesting team. They have some guys in their lineup who like just fucking chase out the ass, but then they also have dudes like Aranda. If Danny Jansen is playing, those are 2 guys with really high walk rates. There's somebody else who I was seeing. I forget. I gotta look at their lineup. But anyways, I think I don't know how to approach this game, so I think I might end up just going with the Corbin Burns walks.
Yeah, Corbin Burns walks feels good. Raising 5 feels great for the value.
It doesn't feel great, but I just feel like it shouldn't be plus money with how good Rasmussen has been. But I understand it's the D-backs, you know. They're an amazing offense.
We literally bet on them to win the World Series.
We kind of did.
Yeah, like we literally locked them as like it's the season of the snakes.
It's for sure the snake season. But like you look at Rasmussen in his other starts, like 1 run against the Yankees, nothing against Atlanta, 1 run against Texas. Like he's faced
cooking.
Yeah. His expected stats are fucking awesome.
All right, we'll come back to that for sure.
Okay.
It's interesting. And we have time. We only have one more game left. Rangers Athletics -136 for the Rangers. Athletics +128 over under 8.5. Money line is with Texas. Spread is with the Athletics. Totals on the under. Yo, remember the JT Gin play? I remember that too. And DeGrom are on the.
Wait, what was the JT Gin play?
I started talking about JT Gin like in game 2 instead of going over.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
JT Gin, I like it to ladder his Ks.
Okay.
His 4.5 is, I guess I wanted that, but it's just 135. I took it. I did take it. I just don't love the value, but I do love kind of laddering it. Obviously, he's had 6 and 7 Ks this season. Two obviously tougher teams in the Mets are a tougher team to strike out, as well as Milwaukee this season. So obviously, I feel confident with him, as well as hold on, let me pull up this stuff so I can just see this.
I mean,
he's averaging again
strikeout.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, strikeout rate 30.2% is super high right now.
Yeah. It faces now a Texas.
I'd have to
8th most first right-handed pitchers in the last 15 games. Like that's perfect match.
It's interesting though because he's not getting a ton of chase or whiff. So I'll be interested to see how he's striking so many dudes out. Oh, I mean, he only has 10 innings pitched, but
yeah. So lower volume, but again, no Seager today, so that's huge. Makes the lineup just way more susceptible to Ks. Again, if you go through the lineup just off the dome, down the line, 17% low for Simeon, and then it goes 24, 24, 21, 23, 36, 25, 26. So it's like they're all pretty susceptible as well versus right-handed pitchers. A lot of them are worse. So, yeah. Anyway, definitely worth a shot. I like the ladder there a little bit up to like 6. And then you can see where we're at. But that was the JT Gym play I had.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with JT Jin's game, but I know he's been having like a pretty solid season so far.
Yeah, I was a little more off just like the numbers, but yeah, that's where he's at. Anyway, got anything for DeGrom today?
I don't have anything for DeGrom. DeGrom's like obviously kind of he's a tough dude to cap in my opinion. I feel like his lines are always so high, and I like don't want to actually ever fade him. You know?
Yeah, you know what's one
although
of the crazy things that like is whack about Jacob DeGrom? His last name starts with a lowercase. Like,
yeah, it's actually like incorrect to capitalize it.
Like I never. Yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad for show. Anyway,
Jacob DeGrom under 4.5 hits. It's kind of a low line. I mean, it is a low line, and you got the A's who are not, who are pretty good offense. So I don't know if I love that, but like, you might be able to talk me into it.
It's in the small stadium too, so.
Yeah, it's in Oakland, or sorry, it's in Sacramento.
Yeah,
tough.
So it could just result in a lot of easy shit. Over 8 though, right now.
8.5. I could.
Like, I feel like normally the line every time we're in Sacramento is like 9.5, 10.
Oh, you're right. Honestly, you said 8.5. My mind kind of went to the under first, just because it's DeGrom, and then also JT Ginn has been kind of solid. But yeah, dude, it's the Sacramento Stadium is just fucking tough. Like it's a small ballpark and a small sample size that we really have on it, but it looks like JT Ginn 94th percentile in ground ball rate. Pretty good. I mean, good XBA, good xERA. Texas offense has been kind of slow so far. So honestly, 8.5, like probably a low line for the stadium, but I also kind of like the under.
All right. Fair enough. I'm not gonna question. Dude, the most picked play is Tyler Soderstrom home run. Plus 500.
He might still be leading the league. He was leading the league like a week ago, dude. Yeah, fucking, he is racing.
All right. We need a dog of the day. Need a dog of the day. Right. Where are we thinking?
All right. Not the White Sox.
Yep.
Yeah, not the White. Probably not the Mariners. Although I will say, like, plus 158 is probably too much value for starting Brian Wu. But don't really want to fade Crochet. Definitely not the Rockies either game. Don't want to do the Brewers. Would rather not do the Orioles. Not totally against the Pirates. I will say Tyler Anderson kind of cooking this year. And the Pirates offense does indeed suck. So I think I might have just talked myself out of there. Drew Rasmussen and the Rays. Feels like a trap, but I could be down. I could be down to take that trap.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. I think my best bet here is, I think, the Rays.
All right. Rays is dog of the day. You can get it at plus 115 on BetMGM. Make sure you check out that. Outside of that, I'll probably come up with someone to fucking hit a nuke today, and then I'll post that in the Discord. So make sure if you're not in the Discord, you drop in the Discord so you can see Tony's final plays. Well, you can see my final plays for NBA and MLB. So yeah, make sure you go check out those. Sorry, I missed the chat. God, volume is hella low. We can barely hear. What the fuck? Good thing it's the end of the stream. Thanks for letting me know earlier.
You've been screaming this whole time.
What the fuck? I don't realize I was that low.
Take a national for your home run prop.
You think so?
Yeah, why not? Povich, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck Povich, honestly. Killing for him to shut.
You know who's going yard? Fucking
James Wood, down.
Yeah, fucking James Wood.
Dylan Crew?
Dude, I looked at Dylan Cruz and I was like, I wanted to say him, but honestly, fuck it, Dylan Cruz, dude. Fuck it.
Dylan Cruz nuke.
Dude, he's warming up. He started the year slow, but Dylan Cruz is warming the fuck up.
His odds are only 525. I feel like for a guy like him.
Yeah, see, I knew immediately that there was no way he was gonna get enough.
Like that value. Is just it's just insane. James Wood is.
I mean, he's only batting. Price. Like his surface numbers suck. 195 batting average, 325 slug, but like his X slug is 504, 79th percentile. Barrel rate 79th percentile. Squared up percentage 73rd percentile. Like dude's not getting the results right now, but I don't think he's. Nah, it doesn't matter. 5, whatever. Him to hit a home run beginning with a 5, not gonna cut it.
All right. Well, I'll figure it out and I'll put it in the Discord. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. What's in the front down below, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be a little different tomorrow, but I'm kind of hyped for it. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
W.